This is eCommerce Uncensored. Brought to you by Fast Forward Unlimited. We're coming to you fully loaded and exposed with all the strategies and techniques for growing your e-commerce business.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining us on another episode of eCommerce Uncensored. I'm here with Jason Caruso.
Hello.
And I'm Kevin Manel. And also today with us is Paul Chu.
How's it going?
This is episode number 39, right? 39, right? Is that
39?
39.
That's it?
Today we're going to be...
It's like so much more.
Yeah, I know. I'm around you way too much.
Yeah, really.
Everything I do with you seems like
I'm
forever.
Work from home a couple more days.
So anyway, today we're going to be doing our question and answer session. So we have Paul. Once again, we have Paul here. So he's going to shoot some questions at us.
All right, guys. So why is a built email list better than a purchased list when it comes to email marketing?
We get this question a lot, I think.
We do.
Especially from our new clients that have us in to talk with them. They're always like, what do you guys think about buying a list? What do you guys think? Like, it always seems like, I feel like they seem like there's an easy way to get an email list. And I think this is their first way they go.
I mean, easy also, the shortcut, so to speak.
Right.
But also, I think they don't understand the organic growth of your brand and how it's important to have a list that's responsive, engaged, and all the other things. So
yeah, the answer to that question when we always hear it from our clients is to try to shy away from that. We always go for the more organic approach, like Jason's talking about. We just feel like there's more value there, right?
Well, there's more value, and there's a relationship when you do it organically. We just were doing this little side gig with an industry that we were actually collecting email addresses like crazy. Like they were converting literally at, I don't know, $1 maybe, $2 maybe.
You can actually do it organically for a really affordable cost. So it doesn't have to necessarily be the cheapest way to get, if you buy a list, it doesn't have to be the cheapest way to acquire emails.
Yeah, but in addition is that, we had this list that we were collecting through a quiz. And we didn't buy the list. We were growing it through Facebook ads. And that list wasn't very engaged. And this was a list that we targeted specifically for a product that we created. So my point is that if you are going to pay to get people on your list and grow it the way that you should through advertising or blog posts or whatever, and that those people, there's a possibility that those people aren't engaged. Buying a list even makes these people even less engaged. So the point is having a ton of emails is just not enough. They need to be people who know you, who like you, who trust you. Now, sorry, Kev, I'll let you. One thing I will say is, there are spammers out there who buy lists of billions of people, and, you send out 1 billion emails. There is going to be a small percentage of people who buy from you, and, that small percentage may equal a lot of money, but for the majority of us who can't buy billions of emails, the reason is that email is meant to build a relationship, and if you don't have a relationship with people, hence buying a list, it's not really going to do you much good.
Yeah, totally agree. I mean, it's hard enough to increase your open rates and have high open rates on your emails. And like Jason said, from the emails we were acquiring, still not as high as we'd like. Even think about just buying some guy off the street and sending him an email and trying to get him to open an email. It's just a very difficult situation. We also talk about the fact that, the health of the list, right? Something you buy, you have no idea if these emails exist anymore. You don't know, because people move around different companies.
And they're usually old.
Yeah, old. So, that's pretty much the sum of it all.
Yeah.
Go organic.
Yeah.
Put the work in. It's not, the easy way out isn't always the best.
Right.
Or the cheapest.
All right, numero dos. I think you guys are going to like this one. When it comes to running Facebook ads, is it better to spend $25 a day for 5 days or $125 for just 1 day?
Wow, that's
interesting.
Well,
I mean, it could work both ways.
it can work both ways, but typically you're going to get better results the longer that you run them. So the longer the campaign, the more your pixel can be seasoned, the more that Facebook can learn about your customer.
And Facebook's going to try to spend that money. So if you put $125 into one day, it's going to do whatever it can to shoot it out in a bulk fashion, right? Your ad. If you had a $25 a day ad going, Facebook's going to learn over those 5 days, and every day it's going to get smarter, and it's going to be able to deliver the ad to a more specific audience. So I would say, to split it up, I think would be a better option. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean there are some caveats to any of this, really, and we always talk about how, don't just listen to what we say, go try things. But the caveat is that if you have a product that the mass markets want already, it's not like a custom product. It's something like that there are millions of people who want the product. Then you may be able to do a one day at $125, throw as many people at your offer as possible, and then sort of assess from there. But typically, you are going to get better results if you let Facebook learn who wants to convert, who wants to click, who wants to do those things. So the answer really is it depends on your product.
How about $125 a day for 5 days? I mean, it's always nice. It's always nice to get a chunk load of data like right away, so you can find out. You feel like you're gonna, if you put $125 down in one day, you feel like at the end of the day you're gonna have all this information. You're gonna be able to make decisions better.
Right, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna have results.
You're not necessarily gonna have the right data, right? Not necessarily.
Not necessarily, right. The other thing is that I probably wouldn't run Facebook ads for 5 days at $25 if I wasn't getting any feedback. I mean, so that's the other thing is like I personally like to run ads like for 3 days, see what happens. If it's like if I spend $25 a day and I see nothing happening, I'll generally just turn the ad off and start over. So.
Or you'll turn it on in the day, and then I'll go home and turn it off.
Right, exactly. That's pretty much how it works.
I've gotten better at that, though,
right.
He would set up these Facebook ads for us, and by the time he got home and we would be on the phone, they would be off already.
Right.
Magically.
So because I get a little triggered. I get a trigger finger.
Well, sometimes you do have to read the ad and read it and see what's happening. I mean, if you're spending $100 and like you're not getting any click-through rate, or any click-throughs, or it doesn't make any sense to keep spending the money. So it's really a tricky question because I think it's different depending on what you're doing. Now, if you have a product that maybe a lot of people don't know about, you may want to test different audiences. At that point, you may want to test all kinds of different.
Yeah, right. A good way to do that if you were going to spend $125, you could split $25 up 5 ways between different ads. That would be another way to do it.
Yeah,
which would probably be better. Right on, Paul.
All right. And last but not least, with all the advancements in technology and social media, where do you guys see the future of digital marketing?
Wow, that's a good one. I mean, me personally, I just think it's going to get smarter and cheaper, and I think it's going to work better.
I mean, it's crazy that Facebook. I feel like Jason said, Facebook is going to get smarter, and we can see that just from the the time that we've been doing it. That from when we started and now, it's like you don't really have to optimize as much anymore with Facebook ads. Facebook learns on its own.
Right. You don't, and the targeting.
Yeah.
Is so much easier now. Like they know who your ad needs to be served to. So I think it's going to get smarter. It's going to get faster. It's going to but. And I think overall it's going to get cheaper. However, the different platforms that you're on, if this is going to make any sense, overall it'll get cheaper, but as the platforms get more popular, those platforms will become more expensive. So Facebook, the prices are rising already, but as these other platforms emerge, like Pinterest and some of these other ones, Pinterest is really cheap right now. I mean, you could drive a ton of traffic to your website just spending $10 a day.
Yeah, I mean, I worry about the volume of ads going out on social media, on Facebook especially. Like, the more ads that are put into everyone's nude feed, the more they're going to...
Nudes feed?
Nudes.
What the hell are you talking about?
That's a different website. I'm
Holy
sorry. That's a different social media I'm talking about.
Nudes feed.
I wonder if that's a thing. That would be great.
Were you thinking about somebody? Like, where's your head?
A porn social media with, instead of a news feed, a nude feed.
Nude feed, right.
I love that.
You should go do
I
it.
really like that. But anyway... The volume of ads, are just going to kind of push people away, I think, in some sense. They're going to see so many ads. But I think they're limiting it, right? They're limiting the...
That's why they're pushing their audience
right?
network and Instagram, and, the inventory is getting eaten up, and they don't like that, obviously. But, look, YouTube is getting big. I see tons of people using YouTube and Instagram. I don't really like Instagram, but... Instagram.
I like Instagram. He always hates on Instagram. We had a little situation at the studio today. We had a bird. We had a bird in our ceiling. And check out our Instagram. You can see our... Well, I don't know. By the time this goes out, you won't be able to see our story anyway. But he's always like messing with me because I'm trying to film our story. He always gets mad at me.
I meant for ads. I don't feel like they're...
So the three of us were out trying to get this bird out of the studio, and I just decided to record the whole thing. And it was quite an interesting situation. Anyway, back to the question. But anyway, Paul, maybe you can answer this question. Is Snapchat going away? Or because it seems like Instagram does everything that Snapchat was doing at this point.
I think the way it is used in like marketing and business, it might be going away. I mean, I know Jason is another hater on that too, or not that you're a hater actually. You do like read stuff and notice the trends of what's going to be coming in and out. I think in that way, yeah, Snapchat's going out, but there's still so many people and kids that'll use it just for, like pleasure purposes.
I don't know that.
Just messing around on it. I don't think it'll go away from that.
It kind of was like hot, like spiked for a little bit, and now I don't really hear about it as much anymore.
Yeah.
Even like the gurus on the Gary Vaynerchuk, who was so hyped up on Snapchat for a while, doesn't really talk about it anymore.
No, it is. I mean, it's kind of obsolete because Instagram stole its concept of the story.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they do, man.
So you don't need it anymore.
All right, thanks, Paul. Question right back at you. Is that all you got, Paul?
That's all I got. That's it.
All right, cool. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Again, this is eCommerce Uncensored. This is episode 39. You can head over to our website, eCommerceUncensored.com, for all the podcast notes. And
follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, follow us on Instagram.
Not Snapchat.
Talk to you guys soon. Take it
Later.
easy.
Bye.